Yellowjacket men return home for their final two regular season games this week. EJ, you guys did some positive things on the road last week against St. Martin's, a nice win there after they beat you at home. What was the difference that time playing them on the road?
The big difference, Coach told us going into it, they were still trying to get in tournament just like we are. And it was going to be between us and them and pretty much a little luck with Western Washington. So we tried our best to try to split with them because if we would have lost, that would have automatically given them the tiebreaker. So we just felt there was a lot of pressure on us to make sure we won.
And now you guys enter your final two games of the regular season, still a chance to get into the GNAC tournament. First up, you play Western Oregon on Thursday at home. What are your thoughts heading into that game?
We're just trying to focus on them. They're a really, really good team. We played them earlier in the season. A lot has changed both ways. I mean, they got the best of us there. So we're just trying to prep for them, knowing that they're number one or two in the country. That's big. That's enough motivation in itself. So just trying to dial in on them and make sure we got to try to play them a lot better than we did there.
And then you have Concordia on Saturday. It's a team you had success against. It was your very first GNAC game of the season in December, but you guys clicked and played well. What's it going to take to do that again Saturday?
Just not overlooking them, realizing that this is their last game potentially as well, like ours, and that we actually need this win to still try to get into the tournament.
And then Saturday, it'll be your last game here at MSUB at Alterowitz Gym. Two-season career here for the Yellowjackets. You've been an excellent player. What are some things that stand out to you, and how have you grown as a player during your time here?
I've just grown. I mean, on and off the court, being around other guys that have shown, just seeing the success that guys have had. Younger guys being either guys like Kendall or JP being redshirt, freshmen coming in last year and actually playing, and showing me that I need to actually work on my game. It's more than just being on the court, taking care of everything in the classroom, et cetera, et cetera.
And then leaving the legacy behind, you're playing your best basketball in your last 10 games or so. You've really stepped up. And what does it mean to you, looking at the future of the program, guys like freshman Preston Beverly playing the same position as you, what does it mean to leave them in good hands?
Yeah, the program's definitely in good hands with Preston Beverly and guys like Chris as well. Chris, he didn't play much of the second half, but he showed he can play already. And having guys come back, everybody's coming back except for me, having guys like Jace coming back off his injury, Kendall stepping up, JP stepping up, Cade, Kamal, and all those other guys.
It's been a real adjustment for me. Not really the language or the culture, but just the way of playing, and especially because I couldn't play my first semester. I'm a sophomore, but I'm actually kind of a freshman myself. I've never played college basketball before, so the adjustment hasn't been as smooth as I wanted it to be. But I think I've proven that I can play at this level and that this is the right fit for me. And I really wanted to come here because I believe in the program and I just want to get better every day. And I think this is the right place for me to do that. So, and the team is it's a real team. I think we have great guys. It's a great group. Everyone is here for the right purpose, and yeah, it's just really nice to be here.
Talk about some of the teammates who you've kind of bonded with or looked up to. I know you and Sven have both come from an international background, and it's your first season in the program. Talk about him and some other guys you look up to in the program.
Just the same thing with Sven as with me. We both are new to the American style of basketball. We both couldn't play our first semester, so we're kind of in the same boat there. And Sven, one of the hardest workers in the program. I really look up to his work ethic and just the way he always tries to stay positive and tries to improve, even in a bad situation. Say the game isn't going our way, he'll just, on and off the court, he'll just try to encourage everyone to play as hard as they can and to make the best out of it in any case. So that's definitely one of the people I look up to in this program. And another person is EJ, our senior. He just lives in the gym. He's here for school, obviously, but next to school, it's just basketball. He lives in the gym. Like I just said, he works on his game all the time, and that's really inspiring as a new coming player. And I think it's contagious, and it should be contagious because we only have one senior, and he just shows the way it's done, and you can definitely tell his game. He has taken his game to the next level. I think it was. I think the coaches and himself were figuring out the right position to play him at first, but they definitely figured it out, and his numbers show that he's definitely one of our better players and our strongholders. He does a lot for our team on and off the court, and the way he approaches practice and talks to the team, and always he's just, you can always hear EJ on the court, which is a very, very good thing, and we can all learn from him.
And then this week you have your final two home games of the regular season, Western Oregon and Concordia, coming into the gym. You weren't playing yet when you saw these teams, when your team played them the first time on the road. What are some expectations you have, and how would you like to have the team finish the regular season with these two games?
I think our team can beat both of these teams. I think we've all seen that in the GNAC, everyone can beat everyone. So it's just a matter of bringing it every single night, and Western Oregon being the number one team in the nation, or the second, definitely it's gonna be tough. But I think if we don't forget what brought us to playing well those last 5 games, other than the SPU game, because we kind of forgot what brought us to winning games. I think we just have to stick to our defensive philosophy. We just have to keep rebounding, boxing out, playing hard, especially on the defensive end, because I think what gets us rolling is just getting stops, and then we can just flow in offense and play our style and knock down shots. And even if we don't knock these shots down, getting stops is what is going to keep us in the game. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how hard everyone is going to be willing to play, because this is what counts for us. It's not in our hands anymore, but if we just take care of what we can control, these 2 games, we can still make it to the conference tournament, and that's definitely our goal. Just get in the conference tournament, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Well, yeah, it was a good week for us. We were on the road, our last regular season road trip, and Thursday, obviously, if you look at the standings and the schedule, Thursday was a must win for us to stay kind of mathematically in the hunt for that 6th spot. And when we'd played St. Martin's before in our gym, they came and they pumped us pretty good here, and so we went down there and probably played one of our better halves of the year in the first half. It was similar to what we did at home against Anchorage, where we just came out and making shots, holding them to one shot, and rebounding the ball, and played a great half. And then a team like that, you knew they were going to make a run at home. They did make the run, but we were able to withstand that, make some. Made some good decisions down the stretch as far as fouling when we were up 3. We did that twice, and guys made free throws, and so it was a really good win. It was especially a good win considering where we were at in the standings, and then how they beat us because when they beat us here, it was probably one of the lower points of the season for us, just with how bad they beat us. So for us to respond and go and win that game was great for the guys. The guys were excited. And then Saturday, I think Saturday was a case where we ran into a team that was really first of all, it's a really good team, really good program, Seattle Pacific. They're coming off 2 straight losses, and they had 3 or 4 days to prepare. And I think that they were ready to go. They had great energy. They were making shots. They were sharing the ball, and even when they were missing shots, they were getting half the rebounds they missed. So, especially in the first half, it was we would have had to play. Even had we played our best game of the year, we might not have beat them that night. They were really dialed in, and we hung with them probably till about the 4-minute mark of the first half, and then that last stretch there in the first half pretty much kind of sealed the game for them. But like I said, they played at an extremely high level. It was more them than us on that Saturday night. They just played really well. So overall it was a good week. We got a split on the road. In the last 3 weeks, we're excited and pleased with how we've played the last 3 weeks. Like I said, we've said it all year. We've got a young group, and they're continuing to get better.
And you'll close the regular season how you started it against Western Oregon and Concordia. Teams you split against on the road, you took care of Concordia and then lost at Western Oregon. What are your visions this week hosting these two teams?
Well, we obviously get your hands full. I don't know what Western Oregon will be ranked, in the polls today, but they were #1 in the country last week, and they got a split up in Alaska's, and there's not a lot of teams that can do that. That's a hard place to play. So, they're going to be #1, #2, #3 in the country, something like that probably coming in. So they have, Avgi is he's the best player on the best team. I would have to say he's probably going to be 2-time player of the year and good chance to be the national player of the year. So people in Billings, you got a chance to see one of the best players in the country Thursday night. But they're much more than just him. They have, I think they're starting force. They start 4 seniors. Wiley, Avgi, and Alexander have been playing there forever. And just they're a very experienced team. So it's, we have our hands full. Anytime you're playing a team at this level, you're going to have to play really well. We need to make shots, and we just have to play with great energy and play together. So we have our hands full. And then Saturday night, Concordia has played well. They beat Western Washington at home. It's their first year in the league, so they're just kind of figuring things out here. And it's our senior night. We want to, we want to send EJ out, being our only senior. We want to send him out the right way, and so it's always a big week. That last regular season week at home. Not only are we playing the #1 team in the country, but we also have the senior night thing. So it's another week, and we want to continue to build on what we've done the last 3 weeks, and hopefully that happens.
And as you mentioned, it will be senior night Saturday. Just one senior, Emmanuel Johnson, known by everyone here as EJ in the program. Just comment on him, the growth he's shown in the 2 seasons he's been in the program, and how he's been a leader to guys like Preston, who's playing the same position as him.
Yeah, EJ is he's been great to coach. He's been he's done everything we've asked of him. And the main thing with all of our players, the student athletes, is it's fun to see the growth. Obviously, when you get junior college transfers, you don't get to see as much because they're usually here for 2 years and out. But the nice thing with EJ is we have seen growth. He is a much better person, student, basketball player. He's just much better in every facet of his life than he was before he got here. So it's great just to see that growth. The guys just adore EJ, man. There's not a guy I think that wouldn't sell out and do everything in their power to send him out the right way. It's been a close team. It's a close-knit group. It's a fun group to be around. And EJ being the only senior will be a guy that will be missed in our program.